Welcome, hike number 4 in a series of hikes that I'm doing as part of being an ambassador for the Alabama State Parks. I am again in my home park of Chewacla State Park. We are now doing the CCC trail. This has a lot of switchbacks in it. But we picked a beautiful day to do it. It is sunny, not too hot. It's probably in the low 80s, which is pretty good for Alabama. And looks like another day where we have pretty much the trail to ourselves. So I'm looking forward to covering this trail in full. There is a portion of it as we get to the southwest portion of this trail. There's a bridge that goes over, and I don't think that trail has a name. I'll look that up in the map and give you some more information in the description. But there's also on the southern end of this trail that it actually goes into the creek line trail. And if you remember, or if you've viewed video number 3, the creek line trail is where we ended up on the hike number 3. So we did the Falls View Trail, and then I crossed over to where we began the creek line trail. We got to that big rock that they call Volkswagen Rock, and there's probably a portion that we can get in and actually take that trail, but I am going to call that depending on the day. So I kind of got a late start today, and I do want to cover the CCC trail. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into that, and onward and upwards. So the CCC trail is considered, as far as your trail biking, mountain biking, it is a intermediate course. There's lots of switchbacks in here. Now, I did about a year ago do a portion of the CCC trail, and I did not see any technicals. It was just, as you're seeing here, just the trail. And they consider it a single track trail, and it just kind of meanders around. At one point it does go around a campground, and then comes back where it does a lot of switchbacks. They say that this trail takes us along the CCC camp, and I will do some history on the CCC itself. I know that group was responsible for providing restoration of this park when the rice mill closed. And then, of course, the state took it over, and eventually it was called Chewacla State Park. I know we're coming upon October, which brings us to Halloween, so this may be a little early into it. And I come across here the ghost leaf, or would that be the haunted leaf, floating leaf. It's just staying right here, just as I go all the way around it. There's nothing underneath, there's nothing on top, as I go all the way around this leaf. It's just kind of sitting here about 4 feet up in the middle of the path. What can it be doing? So there's nothing underneath, all the way around, and even on top, nothing. So what is causing that just to float there? Spooky. Well, if you want to get truthful, yeah, it's got a strand of spider web that is holding it up there. I tell you, pretty cool stuff. So this is the, I guess you would call it the encampment for the CCC itself. That was the Citizens Conservation Corp, and it was established in the 1930s, basically during the Depression. With so many young men out of work, Roosevelt put together these projects throughout the United States for giving these men jobs. And so the CCC trail, the CCC here in Auburn, Alabama, they went ahead and put together the roads and trails here at Chewacla. It was not called Chewacla Park then, but once the CCC had completed their task, and obviously because of World War II, a lot of the young men were joining the armed forces, and it wasn't long after that the park was actually turned over to the state and became Chewacla. I will put a photo of the placard that has a lot of information concerning the Citizens Conservation Corp, and as a testament to their work, this park has basically continued to beautify and add to it. There are so many amenities here that are now available to the public for whether it's camping, the lake, the trails. It's a testament to what we can do to, even in the times of struggle, how we can get together and conserve our natural environment. And with all the state parks in Alabama, there's a lot to show for that. I've been very impressed since I've been living here in Alabama. So at least right here, I think they consider this a campground. I don't see amenities of like RV hookups or things like that, but this is a huge pavilion here. They've got picnic tables over this way, huge meadows or open areas over there. So I am not sure if they consider this like an RV type of campground. If it is, there obviously is a road to get in here, but I don't see, like water and electric hookups like they do at the front of the park, where they have dedicated RV and camper places there. I will have to dive into more history of this little area right here. It's just kind of mentioned on the map that I have, and the trail that we'll be going on actually circumvents this this camping area right here, and it's designated as a camp area, at least on the map that I'm using. And then when it gets around toward the southern part of it, that's when the trail starts doing its switchbacks and continues onto the trail, and it goes down to a creek, and I will look that up to see what creek that is. It's not the Moore's Mill Creek. I think it might be the Town Creek, but I will double check that for you. So anyways, get a little bit of refresher and some water, and we'll get back on the trail. We are just coming into the latter part of September. October's right around the corner. We're starting to drop some leaves. This park is absolutely beautiful in the fall. I'm looking forward to that. I plan on doing a lot more photography-wise trips to this park to capture the fall colors. I'll be looking more into scenes around the Chewacla Falls that we saw in the last hike, and just the trees themselves as they get into their fall plumage. Looking forward to it. So, some people that do like to go out and hike may find, this type of trail kind of boring because of its many switchbacks. But the one thing you got to keep in mind, they design these trails as multi-use, so whether you're walking it, you're trail running it, you've got yourself your mountain bike. Of course, something that I've seen catching on recently, a lot of these e-bikes. These trails are great. Even with the many switchbacks, to me, it's a calming effect. I just love walking them. I keep my ears open. You never know what you're going to come across. As in hikes 1 and 2, I did have a deer cross my path. So far, the only thing I've seen nature-wise has been some squirrels. So I don't know what the wildlife is like here on the CCC. It does skirt some, as you can see over my shoulder here, there are private property. So there are some property that the park butts up against with these trails. But to me, it's a little bit of therapeutic, calming, and of course, I just love being out in nature. I grew up with a family where, we didn't take the cruises, or we didn't take the flights over to Europe. You know, I came from a very hard-working class of parents. So, with 5 children, including myself, we did a lot of camping and just a lot of outdoor things. So I pretty much have it in my blood. And out of every place in the world that I could think of, that would be like going on vacation. The woods, the mountains, that's my thing. So my wife, she is a beach bunny. Now, hold on. Got 2 squirrels here that got one going up the tree there. The other one over in that tree over there. I don't know if they're siblings, but they're just fighting with each other, running all over the place. Across the path, I let them have it, you know, let them do their thing. But anyways, my wife is I guess you could call her a beach bunny. I hope she doesn't kill me for putting her in this video like this. I'll leave it up to her if she wants me to edit this video and edit this part out of it. But to her, it's the ocean, but it can be lakes. To her, it's running water, and it's like it does something for her. It, you know, is like a calling for her. And I can fully understand that, because in this environment right now, with trees all around me, the leaves falling, I hear the skittering of, you know, whether they're squirrels or other little small forest creatures. That does something to me. That's, I don't know, my qualm, my, you know, my spirit. But, yeah, I'll do this as many times and as long as I can. You know, whether it's even this winding bike trail that just, you know, loops back and forth and up and down. Or if I'm out and, you know, it's just a hike to go from point A to point B, and maybe even some camping along the way. You know, we've done that. So, and a shout out to my son-in-law. Hopefully we get another chance to do the Pinhoti, which is in the North Alabama here. But if you get a chance and you consider hiking or just taking walks in the wood, give one of and you're in the state of Alabama, of course. You know, I'm not going to tell you, you know, hey, you're in Alaska, you need to come to Alabama and do these trails here. But if you just happen to be in Alabama and you can do one of the state parks, please take advantage of it. I don't get paid anything for saying that. I bought it on my own expense. This is the forest speaking to me. Every crunch of leaf, every sound of bird, every chatter of chipmunk or a squirrel. This is like I said, so therapeutical for me. I just love the way the sun comes through these trees, and of course the leaves that are falling are pretty golden right now. They start out red and then they turn this beautiful golden yellow before they go brown. This is such a great time of year. The fall is my favorite time of year. I've just been trying to stop here to take a close look at some of the old metal. They're like cans, definitely have aged. They're just now just part of the trail. I'm sure they were part of the original CCC crew that was here making all this, but it reminded me of a couple that I was talking to as I was getting my things together to start this hike. They wanted to know what I was photographing, and I said that oh, I'm just here doing these trail documentaries. And anyways, they weren't from here, and I really wish I could remember what they said that this park was. Chewacla something. They were assuming that it was some Indian name, which gives me another thing to look up that I can give you. Where did the name Chewacla come from? But I was kind of letting them stumble along, and I said, well, try to remember that 1977 movie that had interstellar characters. Well, the park sounds kind of like one of those. It was one of the hairy characters. And so they gave that name. I said, now, put the park in there. And they finally came up with Chewacla. And I said, you nailed it. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, I never thought about, actually looking up and seeing what the, it does sound very something Native American. So yeah, I will have to look that up and find out what that is. Another little tidbit of information always helps when you're out here. So I'll make note of that, and we'll add that in maybe in hike number 5. So anyways, onward and upward. So I was right. This creek here is called Town Creek. So for some more portions of this hike, we will be following this creek. What a beautiful sight this is. I could stay here all day, which I actually could. But anyways, onward and upward. I'm just sitting here listening, watching, absorbing. I mean, I'm hoping that the audio is picking up this water behind me. I mean, it's not a heavy flow, it's a continuous flow, and just listening to that, you're missing it. Come to the park. This is going to be a full day for me. I'm going to take this hike nice and slow. The day is just absolutely beautiful. And so far I have not met another hiker. The hike that we did last, hike number 3 there, that was the lake loop, and you know, the lake itself definitely much more popular areas of this park. The last time I was on this trail, there were a couple of people that were you know, running it, you know, your trail runners. But today we've got it all to ourselves, so I'm taking full advantage of it and just enjoying every second of this. I mean, I would eat my lunch right here, but it's yeah, it's just a little after 12, so it's a little bit too early for that, considering that we still got hopefully a full day of completing out this hike. But I'm just gonna sit here a little bit more, watch the leaves fall, listen to the water. I feel very at ease in here, as long as there's no banjos. That may change things. But yeah, it is really, really good. I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and let you enjoy the sound and sights of this town creek for just a little bit more. Just went over this bridge here to orient myself, and that side there is the Creek View Trail. If you remember from last hike, we started on that, but this right here crosses over to that trail, and we could continue on with that trail, but we go this way, which continues on to the CCC trail back into the woods with a lot more switchbacks. So since that is our target for today, that's where we're headed, and we'll see what we see on the continuation of the CC trail. Onward and upward. circling all back to where the CCC little camp area was. You can see it up over here. So we're basically on the other side of it now. So we're kind of completing our switchback, loop back, and we continue on. Here's I guess one of the first technicals that we've run across. So it says as a expert feature ahead. So we come across it. You see, it gives you it's a ramp, so we can either take the easy way around it, or you can come up over this ramp, and it's got a I'll take you over to it. It's pretty much probably a 3 or 4 foot jump. Let's circle around here and you'll see what there you go. So you can either take the easy way or take the exciting way. Your choice. Well, now this little arch of a tree looks familiar. We're now circled back through the switchbacks, and now we're heading back the way we came. All right, so it looks like we have reached a 2-mile point, and still lots of switchbacks to go back and forth on. So onward and upward. So I've come out of the woods again, and we're back at this CCC camping area. So got a pavilion here, grill, and there, I don't know exactly what that is. We'll go over there and take a look. But if you remember that grouping of benches over there, so we come across this, and I'm not exactly sure what this is here. It's not a grill. It's just some kind of feature. I see a pipe there, so maybe it was for water. I got no idea. If anybody knows, because I've been here, please post in the comments. Let me know. But anyways, so this pavilion here, it was a Eagle Scout project. I tell you, it seems like a good place to kind of take a break. Going to eat some lunch. Get some water. And get a shout out to the scouts for putting these things out and about. They come in good use. So yeah, gonna take a little break here, and then I'll get back on trail, and we'll go ahead and complete this out. But just need a little nourishment, a little fluid, and get my feet a little tired. I think we've gone now about 2.5 miles. It seems like that's what it feels like, but we'll find out. Ugh. Well, there you go, folks. Another trail completed. Let's see. Wound up being 2.8 miles to complete the CCC trail with all the switchbacks. There was a little excursion there to go into the campground, into the pavilion to take a little break, and then back around on the other side, stop in another pavilion at the same campground, and had lunch there. So other than that, it was just trying to stick to the trails as it switched back and forth through the woods here. So I would say this is a completion of the CCC trail. Again, as I said always, I appreciate you coming along. Another completed beautiful day, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will get it posted and look forward to the next hike. And that one, I'm not actually sure. We'll take a look at the map and then pick a good one and make a day of it. So again, thank you.